Hey everybody out there in Facebook land, yours truly, Don Ogden. Haven't made a video in a while and stuff. You know what? Excuse me, I'm gonna take my glasses off here because I can see a reflection in my glasses and stuff. But haven't made a video in quite a while and stuff. But today just felt like I needed to. Reason I'm doing this is because today is the 7th anniversary of the death of Lemmy Kilmister. For those of you that don't know who he is, he was the bass player and lead singer of the band Motorhead. And I just wanted to share my little Motorhead story stuff. Early in my life when I was a teenager and everything, I never really was a big Motorhead fan by any means. I always respected them. I respected what they did for the metal genre of music, and everything like that. But I never really, really got into them, that much, in my early years. And, of course, I knew the song like, Ace of Spades, Overkill, Born to Raise Hell, stuff like that. But just never really followed them all that much. Well, in summer of 2003, I went to a concert up in Tinley Park, Illinois, just right outside of Chicago. And, this would have been a headbanger's dream come true concert. Opening band was Motorhead. Second band was Ronnie James Dio, and then third band was Iron Maiden. And I was there to see Dio and Maiden. Motorhead. I'm like, okay, it'd be cool to see them, and everything like that. Well, anyway, Motorhead goes on, plays their show, and they played for right about an hour, 55 minutes to an hour, right around there. And I was just blown away. I mean, absolutely just blew my mind that a band, a three-piece band, 3 people in this band could produce that much power. I mean, it was just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. And from that moment on, I just instantly became a Motorhead fan. It took me, to see them live to become a fan, a diehard fan. And after I saw them, I just, I was just like, listening to all their music, watching videos and interviews and everything, just trying to learn anything and everything I could about this band, because I was just blown away by it, just how great it was, and how great they were. And then I had the opportunity to see them again. Fast forward 9 years later, I saw them at the Rockstar Energy Mayhem Festival at the exact same venue in Tinley Park, Illinois. And they were the third band to go on the main stage. And they played about an hour, a little over an hour. And again, just blew me away. I mean, absolutely awesome. Excuse me. And still to this day, the absolute loudest band I have ever seen live. And for all those of you that know me and know how much I love hard rock and metal, I've been to tons and tons of concerts and stuff, and it's probably somewhere right around 200, maybe even a little over. I don't know the exact number, but to this day, they are the loudest band I have ever seen live. And it wasn't like loud to where it was just like distorted. I mean, it still sounded good, but it was just like loud. Just extremely loud. And again, excuse me, it just blew my mind. And then, of course, on this day 7 years ago, Lemmy Kilmister lost his life to cancer. And he had always said that he will play rock and roll until the day he dies. And he meant that. And what I mean by that is he played his last show, I believe it was like 12 days before he died. Or something like that. 10 days before he died, something I can't remember exactly. But he meant it. You know, he said he'll do it until the day he dies, and you know, and he did it. You know, I mean, the dude was an absolute legend, and I saw him in an interview one time, and he said something that kind of boggled me, you know, or just kind of just like word, you know, or freaked me out. Was, you know, he never considered himself a heavy metal artist. He said, I'm a rock and roll artist. And he said that heavy metal is rock and roll. It's just a different name. And that always stuck with me. You know, it's just like, you know what? That actually makes sense, you know. And Lemmy always said, he goes, you know, as long as it's, you know, loud and pisses your parents off, you know, it's rock and roll, you know, type thing. And he was an absolute legend, Lemmy Kilmister. He was just an absolute legend. And like I said, you know, I wish I would have gotten into Motorhead earlier in my life, you know, looking back on it now, but, you know, I just didn't. But I was fortunate enough to see him live twice. And so to Lemmy, you know, on the anniversary stuff, I'm going to end this video the way he always ended his shows. Lemmy would always say, you know, don't forget us. You know, we're Motorhead and we play rock and roll. Well, the way I'm going to end this video is they were Motorhead and they played rock and roll. Rest in peace, Lemmy. I wish we still had you. Cheers.